All right, you guys, this is how to fix flat feet part 3. This is the final video of the 3-part series, so if you have not seen the first 2 videos, I would go back and check those out. It'll give you some context for what we're talking about here. But basically, this is going to be the video of how you would actually solve flat feet. So basically, just get right into it. So again, the cause of flat feet is literally the narrow footwear. There's no debate about it. It's too narrow for our feet. This is all footwear. It's called conventional footwear, and it just binds the toes together. And what it does is it clamps your big toe in, and it basically conditions it to stay positioned in all the time. And this destabilizes your arch, makes it weak, makes you overpronate too much. And this is why you have flat feet, because you're not using your big toe or your arches. They're becoming weak. The arch is falling because it's not stable. So the solutions that I have are, as always, pretty straightforward. I like to give very simple solutions. You need to get into wider footwear. I would argue this is something that all people need to do regardless, but we're talking about flat feet. So for today, wide shoes for flat feet. The difference is crazy. You have a bullet-shaped shoe and you have a wide shoe. So you basically need to wear these to promote not just your big toe, but all of your toes to spread wide. The healthiest feet are the widest feet, because the foot is supposed to almost be like a triangle. It is supposed to be a tripod, basically. It shouldn't be bullet-shaped. It should be wide, like a triangle. So that's the first step, the wide toe box shoes. I wear barefoot shoes, and I definitely promote barefoot shoes because they are the healthiest form of footwear out there. They're the type of footwear that does not compromise your foot. It allows your foot to be a foot the way it's supposed to be. So I will have the link below for those shoes. These are the Xero shoes, the Hanas. I've been wearing these for years. I love them. I'm gonna have the link below for those, as well as other things coming. Second one is toe spacers. I think, again, everyone should be wearing toe spacers. It's the same effect. You're literally just gonna put them on your feet. They're gonna create some space between your toes to kind of teach them to assume their natural position again, going from clamped together to naturally spread apart with some room between. Same deal as barefoot shoes. They're just promoting that the toes be wider. Again, these are going to be linked below too, with the barefoot shoes. So wearing both of those is going to help a lot. That's going to teach your toes to be wider, but to also engage more, so you can actually create more strength through the foot. Because your arch is basically just weak. It needs to become stronger again. But first you need access to your arch. So using those 2 tools. The last recommendations that I have, because I want to wrap this up pretty quickly, is going to be first, just doing some kind of balancing activities. So do things like balancing on one foot, spread the toes wide, balance. The reason for this is because it's going to force your arch to engage. It's going to force your toes and your arch to kind of gather the strength to balance you. That's an excellent drill for building natural strength too. No equipment required, no weight, no nothing. The other one that I'd recommend is that you, again, spread your toes out 1 foot at a time. Put your hand over the big toe, just over the toenail, and try to engage your arch just from the big toe joint to the heel. don't use the toe so much. That's why I'm pressing it down. Use the big toe joint. This is gonna force your arch itself to actually engage. This is a very good one. I got that one from my coach. Last one is going to be the plantar fasciitis stretch, is what I call it, but it's really just the toe extensor stretch. What you're gonna do is, most people like to recommend that you pull your toes back when you have foot pain. What I'm recommending to you is that you push the toes down into the ground. You can do this like any time of day, anywhere, but do this because it basically is going to stretch out the toe extensor muscles on the top of the foot, and those have become tight because, again, the toe boxes of conventional shoes are very tight. They lift the toes up. They really contort the natural position of our toes and our feet. So basically, by loosening up those toe extensor muscles, by allowing them to lengthen out again, you're going to have better toe function. You're going to have better access to use your toes in order to build strength for the arch to get strong again. So that is basically my rough little guide on how to fix flat feet. I'm pulling this all from the article that I wrote, which is actually from the newsletter that I wrote, but I'm going to have the article linked below. So certainly check out the article. It's got all 3 segments that I did 3 separate videos on. It's got all 3 segments together. So check that out and read it. It's got all the same resources linked in there. And again, toe spacers, barefoot shoes are going to be linked below. The exercises that I gave you, those are also in the article in separate videos. But other than that, reach out to me if you want. And other than that, I'll see you in the next one.